Hi guys, this is gsnmon.com and I know we don't usually review games, but this is an important one. It's a Gangstar New Orleans from Gameloft. It's available for free in the App Store and Play Store, and I'm playing it on the iPhone 7. So the best Apple handset out there, well, except for the iPhone 7 Plus, and it's time to review the game. It's basically a Grand Theft Auto clone or rival, but it resembles Saints Row more than Grand Theft Auto. So as you can see, we have a huge map here of New Orleans, as the name says, and there are missions to perform. So let's pick one of them. Okay, so this one involves a time attack and racing, and if you want to race, you're going to have to pick your car, and of course you can also upgrade it if need be. I'm going to pick this one and start. As you can see, missions will cost bolts, and bolts are the energy here. It's a freemium game after all. So it comes from Gameloft. The Gangstar series has been quite long so far. From what I know, it's been about 10 years, so that's pretty impressive. Okay, so that's racing, and I have to pass through all the checkpoints. Not bad graphics, and also not bad controls for the car, and also the walking around, not bad either. Aside from racing, you also have missions where you have to shoot people, save people, take a package from point A to point B, and also stick to certain time limits if you really want some serious rewards. You can get cars, you can unlock new characters. There's even a story here, but it basically takes a second place compared to the open world and secondary missions. That was close, and we got there before the time limit, so the mission is done. Usually missions are pretty short, including those that involve taking out gangs, and similar to Mafia 3, you'll have to eliminate enemies in order to weaken a certain mob boss and take over his turf. Okay, so I just leveled up, I got some extra energy, and a new turf has been unlocked, Madisonville. So let's see what that's about. You can keep doing missions or you can go on a rampage. So I see these people here. I can start shooting them randomly. And of course the police will be on my tail. I'm an offender right now and people are getting hectic. I can steal the car, take this guy out, the nifty animation, and now I have to run because the police are shooting. I'm being wanted by the police, I have to escape. Basically, your standard Grand Theft Auto action, running over people. Cows are going crazy. Got this big map here. Got the spirit jars, which we can claim. And spirit jars are basically a way of getting, let's say, sort of a treasure box that hides items inside. I just got a car. Usually you can also get weapons, characters, and so forth. And you can also use these sort of cube-like thingies to perform your upgrades. Tier 1 universal booster, but I was in the middle of a chase. Okay, so chased by the police, they have set up filters. If you avoid them all and try to stay on your best behavior, well, you should escape them. Otherwise, you'll be arrested and it will be no good for you. In general, it's good to stay on the mission, otherwise you get bored easily. And there are some side quests here, of course not as many as you'd see in a Grand Theft Auto title, so let's get out and try to look less conspicuous. This is what the graphics are like. It's night now, the day will come at some point. Anyways, that's about it. And an interesting aspect here, unlike the Grand Theft Auto titles and some other games out there, here you can start the mission just by tapping on it. So let's see the quests. We got them here. Claim stuff. Okay, this is the map. And let's go to the newly unlocked area of Madisonville or whatever. This is the main boss you'll be fighting. And those are the missions. Okay, so this one here, influence earned in Madisonville. Okay, so I have to drive someone around. He's drunk. This is racing. And this is shooting. Okay. So it has potential loot, and you can choose hard or expert mission level, so let's play that as well. This is Gangstar New Orleans, and you just saw before my loadout. You have a main weapon, secondary weapon, and also a special one. You can use a shotgun, you can use a machine gun, and so forth. I have to stop a deal, and let's go forward. People walking on the streets, innocent bystanders, and I have to kill all the smugglers. They've got a guard outside, pretty fat guy. Wow. This guy can really shoot, and he's got that natural fatty suit on to keep him company. Okay, so you can change the weapon here, and let's see what's the happening inside this sort of base thingy. Wow, another fat guy, so I should better go behind the wall. Just like in the console games, the controls are quite impossible and I'm facing a gruesome death unless I will spend gems on life. Okay, so I just been killed. Keep in mind, it's the first time I'm doing that mission. I can use a health kit next time, but it costs quite a few gems. Okay, we continue and maybe try a new mission. You can also send your guys, your thugs, on various missions. So if, for example, this one here, I can assign or not if my guys aren't ready. Okay, so maybe pick something easier. Let's see what's happening here. Not unlocked yet, not unlocked yet. So there are stuff to customize here and try. And this is good old Alain Boudreau. And that's my loadout. This is my sidearm. I also have a pistol. I can fuse, evolve, or dismantle. That's my primary weapon, the wobbly carbine, that can be upgraded by the way. And the special is here, the meticulous rod. And here we go. This is a so-called story mission. Alain Boudreau is one of the main characters. And from what I know, you have to save some guy, some dealer or drug maker, something like in Breaking Bad. I have an SMG now, shooting, trying not to miss, missing a lot while walking around, and taking the power-ups that the enemies leave behind. It's a pretty cartoonish game for a GTA wannabe. It's much more cartoonish than one would expect. So, bugs are of course present. I just went through a bush, and also random resets and server quits, but on iOS that happens much more rarely compared to Android, so that's a good thing. Good thing we have iOS. Somebody's shooting. Let's change the weapon and try to go indoors and save that poor fellow. That's what we'll be doing: shooting, races, upgrades, reasonable graphics I would say, but not more than that. Playing it on the iPhone 7, the epitome of the Apple handset processing power. Okay, we're done here. I have to find an entrance to the basement where the guy is being kept. There are some humorous cutscenes here and there, a bit of humor is present, some jazz too, of course, it's New Orleans after all, so music is quite well taken care of. Let's listen to some dialogues. This is a stoner who cooks drugs, the E-Man, and we have to help him escape.
Let's get out of here.
With a pretty crappy car, I might add. It's something like a Ford Ka or Kuga or something like that. Anyways, nope. Get in and get on it. He's going to tell me the story of his life now. Try not to crash.
Shake off the shackles of indentured servitude. You see, I fell into some debt during a high-stakes game of mahjong back in Vegas.
So we're playing Gangstar New Orleans. This is more of a presentation than a review. This is the type of huge game that has to be played days, maybe even weeks to figure out, just like GTA. It's not a GTA clone exactly, it's more like of a Saints Row clone, with a bit of humor, some bugs here and there, and a bit too repetitive with the missions to really be called interesting and something to go back to every once in a while. I have to reach a safe house. I wanted more variety for an open world game, and it's not exactly open world because there's not much to do aside from the main missions, not many secondary things to perform here. That's about it for Gangstar New Orleans here at gsn.com, played on the iPhone 7, free in the Play Store and App Store, with an energy meter, freemium, and I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. This is it from us, bye bye!